In just 2 weeks, nearly 300 illegal aliens carrying a combined 751 criminal convictions were rounded up by federal immigration officials. This is Friday, April 24th, 2026.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State. The Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
All right, thanks for starting the end of your week with the Texas Minute. Let's jump right into the news. Texas House members are eyeing a broader crackdown in 2027 on local governments, taxpayer-funded nonprofits, and outside influence on public officials. These are among the charges for the newly formed House Select Committee on Governmental Oversight, as well as reviewing the possibility of bringing parts of New Mexico into Texas. Republican State Representative Cody Vasut of Arlington chairs the committee. He told Texas Scorecard, though, that the focus of his committee will be on identifying gaps in current law and determining whether existing statutes are being followed. Among the committee's top priorities is a review of the Texas Regulatory Consistency Act, which limits local government's ability to impose regulations beyond state law in key areas such as labor and business practices. Vasut signaled that lawmakers are already considering expanding the law's reach and strengthening its enforcement. The committee will also examine how taxpayer funds are being spent by cities and counties, particularly through contracts with third-party organizations and nonprofit groups that engage in lobbying activities. Following months of concerns raised privately and publicly about teacher Bradley Strickland's past sexual misconduct with a student, Sherman Independent School District officials finally announced that the educator had resigned. Parents, though, are continuing to question why Sherman ISD hired Strickland in the first place and why district officials waited 2 weeks to tell the community that he was gone. The district hired Strickland despite knowing he had resigned from Tioga ISD in 2023 over allegations of grooming a female student, which resulted in a reprimand on his Texas Educator certification. Just 6 months after voters rejected 3 debt propositions put forward by the Magnolia Independent School District, trustees are again seeking more debt to fund projects expected to cost taxpayers nearly $1 billion. Back in November, the projects were divided into 3 ballot questions totaling more than $1 billion in taxpayer liabilities. This new proposition, only slightly pared down, is consolidated into 1 ballot question. District messaging emphasizes that the package doesn't include some of the more controversial athletic and recreational projects that were part of November's failed proposal. Campaign finance reports for the Pro-Bond Political Action Committee show that the largest contributors are B&C Constructors and Newcastle Masonry, both of which reportedly focus on school construction. Apparently, Magnolia ISD is going to keep asking for more debt until voters give the answer that the vendors want. The Texas Minute will be right back.
News and analysis on what's happening in Texas. End your day with daily headlines from Texas Scorecard. Every day at 5 p.m., join me, Brandon Waltons, as we recap the biggest stories of the day and talk about why they matter to you. From the state capitol to town hall, there's no shortage of events happening. Keep up with it all. Watch and subscribe to Daily Headlines from Texas Scorecard.
Nearly 300 illegal aliens were arrested by federal immigration agents in southeast Texas over a 2-week period this month. These were not nice people. Among those arrested were 17 convicted child sex offenders, 6 convicted murderers, 16 drug traffickers, 15 gang members, 67 individuals with robbery-related convictions, 2 foreign fugitives wanted for murder, and 11 people convicted of hit-and-run offenses. The 277 individuals nabbed by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement carry a combined 751 criminal convictions and 654 documented illegal entries into the United States. You can find the details of this story and the others mentioned today and keep up with the latest news by visiting TexasScorecard.com. If you enjoy the Texas Minute, please share the show with your friends. They can find it on their favorite podcasting app, as well as X, Facebook, Instagram, and wherever they consume media content. This edition of the Texas Minute was based on the original reporting of Brandon Waltons, Aaron Anderson, Sidney Henry, and Michael Wilson. Our producer is Nick Shepard. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State now. Go have a great weekend.